What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I have something for you. It was a live and learn for me. I messed up on a customer's cooler. Well, it wasn't I messed up. It's a test cooler, but it cost me. And it wasn't a cheap cooler. It was a YETI cooler. So this video, I'm going to show you what to do to fix this, how to make these permanent logos on the cooler and make it look nice and not look like garbage. See all the burntness on there? Yeah, not good. So I came up with a method. Now, let's just get right to the meat and potatoes here. Some people are going to say, Matt, you can't DTF this. This is DTF. I DTF'd it. It looks great. Let's show you again. On this side. See how there's no burn marks? It looks phenomenal. People are going to be like, you got a UV sticker and la-di-da, all the other stuff. I want my stuff to be permanent and more, I was going to say more better than the competitor, but that would be wrong saying. I want my stuff being freaking awesome. I want it to stand out. I want to do stuff that other people can't do. I want to find something new and run with it. And I can tell you what, it looks good. I may not be able to run when this is full, but this looks good. I'll be a lot faster when it's empty. Oh, unless it's empty after I'm... Now this whole journey started by... He's going to watch this video, so that's why I'm laughing. My mentor, he knows who he is. I expect a text from you after you see this video. So I sent someone this picture of this cooler, like, hey, what would you do? And he's like, I got you, man. I've done plenty of these. This is what you're going to do. You're going to order this machine, and it's going to do everything for you. This machine will be linked in the description. You'll need it. But I used that machine, and I just treated this like a good old shirt. Well, I can tell you what. When you treat it like that, see those burn marks all around it in that square? That's what happens. Now when you do it my way, yeah, I did that by accident, but now it's no burn marks. And then I did it to this side. You can see where the paper or the filament was, but there's no burn marks. So, it's not coming off. I've tried picking at it. I've tried scratching at it. I cannot get it off. Now, I'm sure you could use like rubbing alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, probably like an acetone or something. Probably get it off, but I'm guessing the liner would also not look the greatest. Probably, I don't know if it would affect it or not. And it's like a rubber material. But seriously, scratching, none of that. It's not coming off. So, you're going to see I have an iron and another flat iron. But this iron is a clothes iron. It comes in handy. And you're not going to use any of this. You're going to use just this round tip. Yep. Just the tip. So, let me get this all warmed up. And this side I did not do. We're going to do that side. And I'll show you what I did. Now, it might take a little time for a lot of people, but I can't remember. It was a lot of duffel bags. We did it this way. The only thing different is, for the duffel bags, I had a platform with a 1x coming off of it, and I'd put the duffel bag on there so I had something flat and hard to go against, and then I'd iron it that way. I didn't have this iron, but I had the other one. And it went pretty quick, I have to say, but they turned out amazing. Like, they turned out really nice. So, let me also just... The reason why I don't want to use a UV sticker, and that's because I don't want something to come off. You know, you're going to have people using this and throwing it in their trucks, in the back of the trucks. They're using it as lunch pails. They're using it as water coolers for work. Like, they're going to get beat up. I cannot put a sticker on here and have it come off. Now, I already can know it. You can put it in the comments. Let's just see. Let's wait a minute. Come on, put it in the comments. Tell me how the UV stickers are the best. Come on. Put it down in there in the comments. All right, now that you're done, I've had them come off. So on material like this, I've had them come off. I don't want to do it again. I don't want my name to be out there that I did that and this customer's not happy and not going to come back. Those duffel bags didn't come back. They're amazing. So I knew this would work. That's why I went this route. Not saying the UV stickers are bad. They're good, just in a different circumstance. If I had the hard top coolers, UV stickers, 100% all day long, they're not going to come off. They're the best. You're going to do, it's the way to go. So let's get to it. Let's warm these suckers up and I'll show you. This was the logo I did. You can see the only small font was down here, but it came out good because the bigger up top, the bigger letters. This logo, which is mine, you're going to have the laser part where it's really thin in there. This part, the orange part. And this is a lot smaller than the logo you're doing. You want this bigger. You want this at least 3.5 inches, is what I found. This is 2.785, 2 and 7/8, sorry. So this is going to be a little trickier and harder, and it takes a little bit more time, which is fine. It's for the sake of the video, right? So this is going to go on the side. Actually, I don't know if I want to do mine. Mine's already on here twice. Maybe I have a different customers and I do theirs. Let me check. Never mind. Change the plans. I found an American flag. So I'm going to do the American flag over the front logo. And then I'll just add mine to the side. So I'm going to do it twice. I'll show you the difference between something bigger and something smaller. So mine's going to go there. That'll work. This is up to temp. So you want is a piece of parchment paper. I folded it in half. I just think it disperses the heat a lot better by doing that. So fold it in half, making sure it's where we want it. You're going to put the parchment paper over it. We're going to take our heat pad, set it on there, and hit start. Now this heat pad, I have it set for 285 and 10 seconds. Don't forget those, you want those settings. Once it hits 0 and beeps, take it off. Now she's nice and toasty warm. We want it warm. Now we're going to take this. This guy is nice and warm, ready to go. We're going to take this and we're going to use just the tip. Remember that. Play with it, tease it. Yep, the whole 9 yards. If you know, you know. Now you're just going to do light circles over this. I try to do, when it's hot right away, I try to go over every part of it and just do like a little circle. Okay? It'll start to dry and, you know, it'll pop. I'll show you. I'll move the camera here in a second. You can see it like starting to lift off the letters. See that? You want to just keep rubbing it lightly and it'll lift right off of there. Okay, so I think it lifted off all of it. You start to peel it and you'll know. See how the end's starting to lift? Oh, it just gave loose. But the end up there, we want to hit that a little bit because it wasn't attached down. So any part that is sticking, you just want to hit it again. But for the most part, when you get it down, I mean, it's coming off. Okay, the H right there. See that? Nope. Pushed a little too hard. So when you push hard, see how the H deformed like that? You want to push. You just want to let the iron work and do its job. That's how it looks. Except for that H. That's my fault, but that's alright. It's just a test one. It's just a test one. So let me do the flag. Alright, now we're going to take the flag, and I really should just order a big flag to cover up this burn part. But I didn't ask the customer if I can leave this. I'm sure they would be okay with this, but I'm just going to cover it. So we're going to put the flag over it just like that. Make sure it's centered with the logo. I don't want it to be kitty wampus. Already has a burn mark. Don't need to make it any more wacky. Alright. Parchment paper over it. Put that down. We're going to hit start. Now I'm not pushing on it. I'm just letting my hand rest on it. Just for that extra pressure. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Beep. Beep. Okay, take that off. Now, let's see if we can get this. Like I said, just run little circles. And you don't want to run off of this little paper either, because then it'll burn the thing with the iron. So you got to stay on the paper. You can notice I'm getting towards the edge over here, and that's fine. I've done so many of these that I know where to go. I know how to run the circles. Let's put it that way. Okay, so I went over everything, and I don't know, is it pick? Yeah, it's picking it up. So you got this little part that looks like an air gap in there. We're gonna start there, and you're just using the end of this. You're gonna make it so that air gap gets bigger. It's like a bubble. It's what it is. It's lifting from it by itself. See that? That's what we want. Once it releases by itself, it's stuck down, you activated the glue, you're good to go. See? Now she's grabbing. I've never done a solid one like this, so this is interesting. It's taken a little bit longer than the other ones, but it's one big solid piece. And it might be, no, it shouldn't matter with the yellow one underneath it, but alright. It's starting to give, you can see it's releasing all the way up to there. Now we got to get it to go the rest of the way. Which it should, in due time. There we go. Let's see, can I do it left-handed so you guys can watch a little better? Ooh, I might get towards the edge. I haven't done it left-handed. This is way different. So now this is taking so long, this side is cooled down. So I think I might have been better off doing 2 heat cycles with the flat iron first. Give it a minute and then do another one. I don't know, I've never done a solid piece before, so this is all new. Yeah, let's heat it back up. So same thing, just another 10 seconds. You're basically just using the iron as like a press to push down like by the weight of the iron itself, and to hold it there so the glue can stick, and it has also the heat to help it go faster. So yep, she's not lifting up now off the cooler. The parchment or the filament is coming up though, so it must have been it. So you can see right here, it didn't quite lift up before I ripped it off. So I should have heated that area right there. Kind of got squished a little bit, but hey, it was my first time doing something big like that. So let's see. This is the one we just did. Yep, because the H is messed up. So you can see there's no burn marks. H was my fault. I shouldn't have been in a hurry. You can see this side. It's not messed up. So, but yeah, it turned out. So if you want to do a logo on a Yeti cooler, tell your customers yes. Just don't mess one up, because this is like 300 bucks. So yeah, yep. Let's just say that. So anyways, I guess I have a cooler now. What I didn't want. It's video purpose and whatever, so I'll write it off anyways, but it's still, it's good to know. I hope this video helps you. There's nothing else out there like it that I have found, because when I got these, once I found out that the burn mark happens, I was like, what do I do? And I'm not using UV stickers on this because I know they come off, because I've done that before on my Arctic cooler. So this worked out good, and now I got a cooler. Hope the video helps you, and glad you got to see me again. Bye.